You look up the song name.
I was gonna ask you, is any of that music online?
All
like
of
the like the one with Q Burst?
All of it. It's all online.
Shit,
So,
where can they find it?
I think the Q Burst one is on Bandcamp, if I'm not mistaken. You could just type in Q period Burst BURSE, and it's the Adidas project. That's on there. All the stuff that we've done is on YouTube, either under Contenders or under Aries Jackson, which is spelled AIRES, not ARIES. And it's on all streaming sites, so you could go to Apple Music or Tidal or Spotify and type in Aries Jackson, and all the newer stuff. Like some of the older stuff isn't really there because we just didn't put it out like that. But like if you go to Contenders or Aries Jackson, you'll see a lot of that stuff. There's some stuff, like I said, with Solo on there. Her videos is on there. The Q-Verse videos.
Is that
on
little
there.
documentary anywhere?
Yeah,
Where's that at?
That's on Contenders.
YouTube?
YouTube page. Yeah.
Man, you're gonna have to send me a link to this shit because I definitely want to check some of the
No,
stuff.
I'll definitely do that. I'll send you the link with the stuff that we did, and I'm sure other people
Posted
that put some stuff. Yeah, they put it up there, so it's all up there.
Hell yeah! Hey, how'd you get into freestyling? Because like you said, we collabed a couple times with the Lazy Sundays.
That's just, really, that's how it started. And it started because we used to do this thing, me, my brother, and two of the other homeboys. We did this thing called Preview Tuesday. So, babe, remember when the music came out? The new music always came out on Tuesdays. So literally, I was the one that I would go get like pretty much anything new, hip hop and R&B. I was at the store and I get it. I ain't have to listen to it. So I get it. And then we would just get together either, at my crib or in the car or somewhere. We'd meet up at a neutral location. And we'd just, roll up a couple, pour up some stuff, and we would just listen to the music and we would start freestyling over it. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how it started. And then we would go to school, like in study hall, and beat on the table, and we'd have like little shows. So me and my brother would always be rapping, and everybody else that would want to jump in to the cipher or whatever, they would always stop and be like, yo, y'all just keep going. So instead of like, I never really liked mic hogs or people that just keep rapping. Like, you ain't really saying nothing but nigga and motherfucker over and over again because you got to get your 2 syllables in to make sure your words match. So we'd always pass the mic back and forth, but then I'd pass the mic to somebody and they looked stuck, like they didn't know what to do with it. So my brother would end up picking it up and we'd just go back and forth. And we'd do that on the back of the bus, and then
this is at South, right?
Yeah, this was the South. So people would just walk up and be like, yo, bust a flow, bust a freestyle. And even like really to this day, like I remember it was like maybe about 3 months ago, we went to the liquor store off of Mississippi and Sable. And
you bust a freestyle at the liquor store?
It was like 4 people outside, and my brother hates going to that liquor store. He'd be like, bro, we gotta go here, and I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I remember getting out the car, and it was like 4 people that was freestyling, and I kind of looked at them, and I went into the liquor store and got what I needed to get, and I was walking out, and they were still freestyling. And did you ever see that movie, Malibu's Most Wanted?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember when B-Rad was walking and they called his name and he stopped and he turned around and was like, man, I can't help it, I just gotta go.
Right.
So I went and I walked over there and my brother was like, fuck, man, like, dude, you're gonna go over here? And I was like, I can't help it. So they were just freestyling at me. I'm just standing there kind of listening. And one of the dudes was like, you got something to say? And I was like, nah, not right now. Y'all go ahead, keep going. And I just kind of let the energy build up. And then this one dude went and then he stopped, like he fumbled. And he stopped and I just picked it up. And I just kept going. And then it was like the crowd started getting bigger. And I was like, yo, man. And then I seen the police roll by. And I was like, it's time to go. It's time to go. But I mean, I'm a sucker for a cipher, man. I am. I am. It's like if I'm standing there, like everybody starts freestyling and stuff like that, unless you're super whack. And I just don't, I'm not moved. But if I hear some decency, I'll be like, yeah, I'll say a line or two.
Spit some shit.
All right, well, we're going to have a couple ciphers here, man. We're going to have to invite you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, come spit with us.
I'll get down.
You've done it before, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he was like a regular, man. I had a couple people that were regulars on the Lazy Sunday, like you and fucking J Money. Like, You know what I mean? And what's funny is I tell people this all the time. When we were doing the Lazy Sundays, I don't know if you remember, but like the first season, we're smoking Reggie. And at the end, like I remember like J Money talking about that shit, like the stems and the seeds, and this is bullshit. And then the second season, literally like fucking medical marijuana becomes legal, and we have all our fucking.
We got a bigger budget. Everybody had the little pill bottles.
Bro.
Everybody had their pill dispensary bottles.
And we was getting high as a motherfucker. It was funny, dog. Like, you know what I mean?
That was fun. I remember, man. It was, you know, because Dent was there. I remember Dent came through.
Right, fucking Deals would always come through.
Deals would come through.
Turner.
That's how I met Deals. That's how I met Turner.
Turner Jackson.
Surge was there with us a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, J
fucking
Money. YG. Yeah, that was. I mean, that was fun. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, we was putting in work, and I'm not saying these kids ain't putting in work now. I mean, they are, and I say I'm not one of them old dudes that's like, yo, these youngsters ain't doing
There's
shit.
There's some that are putting in the work, and you can tell.
Yeah, but there's some that suck too. But there's some that suck from our era. There's always going to be some people that suck. But that's also subjective too, because what sucks to me, you might think is dope as fuck.
That's wild.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't hear the same thing, because like to me, like I think Jay-Z is like the best ever. But then I got a partner that fucking hates Jay-Z's guts, and he thinks he sucks.
That's where I'm at. I mean, he's alright.
Jay-Z is the best to me.
I think Reasonable Doubt was tight. It's a classic. And my only other album that I like that he's ever did is the I just had the name of it. It's one with all of them on. It's like a compilation almost.
Oh, the Dynasty?
Now that shit rocks too. But
I'm definitely a Nas fan. Nas is
I like Nas.
He's like, yeah, but you know, that whole thing happened between them two. I was definitely like, oh yeah, Nas. But I like Jay-Z too. He has some really dope production. He kills his shit. Is dope, but I don't know. I think there's on my list. There's a few rappers that I'm like, alright, they're a little bit better.
I can't really think of any of the youngsters right now that really like I like Little Baby. I like him. I just don't like the sound. Like, I hate that fucking auto-tune whiny shit that Lil Wayne made famous with Lollipop. It's like that's what every rapper aspires to sound like. Like, I like Kendrick. I like J. Cole.
Yeah.
I don't, is his name Lute? Lute. He has an album called Goldmouth. Yo, that shit jamming. I think he's on Dreamville. I think he's with J. Cole and them's camp. I like Earth Gang. I think Earth Gang is dope as fuck. I like Jid.
Jid is the shit. JID is.
I like Mozzie a lot. I really like Mozzie.
Yeah.
I like Mozzie. I like Toby.
Toby Newsweek?
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Hey, real quick, do you fuck with Burner?
I know Burner differently.
Right.
I don't know him as the rapper. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't fuck with his music like that. But he's making noise though. I see he's he makes the Forbes list, bro. Did you see that? Oh
yeah, I'm sure.
But it wasn't from
no
rapping.
But I mean, he has the perfect plan, dog. When he can go to like Snoop Dogg or even Young Dolph and say, "Hey, do a whole album with me. I'll give you 0.00001% of cookies." If I say no, it's still like millions and millions of dollars. You know what I mean? And look how many albums he has. Like this album with Young Dolph. He has an album with Be Real, an album with Mozzie. That shit's hard. Like, you need to peep that shit. Like, at first I was like, but then, you know what I mean?
I mean, I've listened to him. I just ain't. He don't move my needles. I'll say that. But I mean, he definitely has a following. He's definitely came up. You know what I'm saying? He's came a long way.
Oh, for sure.
So, you know, and plus he's diversifying his portfolio where it's not just rapping. Or it's not just weed, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's actually turning it into a legit business.
Yeah, a good ass brand.
And he's probably making more money legit than, you know, doing it on the side. Because, you know, let's be real. Like, selling weed at one point was not legit. Like, now you go open a dispensary and ball the fuck out. But there was a time you had to call the weed man. You know what I'm saying? And hope he wasn't a drought. You know what I'm saying? Hope he wasn't out. I hope he could come through and not you be sitting there waiting for Remember
2
you had to
days.
sit and
Yeah,
wait for the
yeah,
weed,
yeah,
man?
for real.
Thought y'all was hustling, bro. What part of the guy thought you was getting
Nah.
money? You can't get money. You sitting there playing Madden and shit like that.
My homie Toast was the chronic man, and it would always be like a 2-3 day bullshit. Like, oh, I'm eating lunch right now, bro. All right, well, cool. Shit, when you get done, can you swing by? Yeah, I'll be right there. Fucking nothing. You
But
know,
even
you
the
gotta
weed
ask
man was
for-
the worst one for the fucking notorious for getting high on your own supply.
Oh, yeah.
That's
You always smoke a
rule.
little more
You smoke
than you
more.
were supposed to.
Exactly. You're smoking more than you're selling. Like you're smoking or you're selling to support your weed habit. And
Right.
most weed
Right.
men that I knew definitely smoked more than what they sold.
Like that people that were
You couldn't-
just people that were just like they sell weed to their homies. People come grab a bag from them. Yes, absolutely. But like I know cats back in the day moving 10 packs, 20 packs at a time, and they were making real paper. They were pinching a little bit and they were smoking. You know, it wasn't enough.
But them wasn't the ones that you would call for the weed, man, to get you a
Nah,
little
nah,
20